Hi Sagittarius, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to a timeless love reading for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Cross watchers, you're welcome in any of our readings. Let's see what our spirit guides have for us. What's next in love? What does spirit want you to know at this time? Let's call in our angels and our spirit guides. Spirit, I call upon you for loving messages. What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you need us to hear today? I am listening for you now. I have acceptance. It came in as I accept all that is possible. Okay, so when somebody crosses your path, what are the possibilities? It was more of a, where could this go? What could happen in this connection? Am I willing to accept what this person brings into this relationship? If this person obviously has children, things like that, am I willing to accept kind of the whole package? Acceptance. Okay, let's see what else they have. I have love. Do I accept this love? Absolutely. Are you ready to invite this love into your heart? It's almost an invitation, is how it's coming into me. I'm inviting you. Invitation to love. Because you can accept the invitation or you can decline it, right? You can say, I'm not interested. I'm sorry, I can't attend. But it felt like an invitation for some reason. Maybe it's an invitation to go somewhere. Maybe you're a +1. Maybe somebody's going to take you, somewhere that you weren't expecting to go on a date. Be spontaneous. Little bit of a energy of definitely I wasn't expecting this, but I like how the clamshell is opening because I feel like you are open to it. I also like that she's holding that little pearl, like you have a lot to offer. You're the hidden gem energy. So that feels nice, that you know what you have to offer. You know that they would be lucky to have you. But it did feel like, yeah, I'm open to this. I'm accepting this love. I want to see maybe where this possibility is. All right, let's see what the cards are saying. So far, so good, Sag. Let's see. What do they have for us today? I have a Tower. I have an Ace of Pentacles. I have a 5 of Cups. And I have a 7 of Swords. So I feel like it's almost like I want to say after everything, okay? After everything, after it all that happened, something like that, there's good. Okay, is how I feel. And I feel like the good is this beautiful treasure chest. And I feel like you're the treasure chest. I feel like if I open this treasure chest, I am going to find all the hidden gems inside. Okay, so this person is definitely, I feel like I'm digging. I feel like I'm digging into the bottom of this treasure chest. I really want to dig deep. I really want to get to see what's inside. I want to see what's inside of you. But it did feel like after everything, it's kind of a after all you've been through, after it all is how I want to say. Someone comes along and they want to see what's inside. So absolutely, that's the best part, what's inside. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a Death card. I have a 4 of Pentacles. And I have a 3 of Swords. That feels like either you or them having a very heart-to-heart conversation about it's just so hard to start over. And I think that we're both very open and honest with that. I feel like you both admit that you have been holding back, Maybe you both admit that you've been isolating. Maybe you both admit that you haven't really aggressively searched for someone. So good and bad, you're both on the same page, that you have both been through the ringer, so to speak. But at least you're sharing your feelings. At least you're saying, it's just so hard to meet the right person is really what's going on. That it's a kind of an honest conversation about, I've just been having such a hard time meeting anybody, something like that. I have a Knight of Wands. I have a 5 of Swords. And I have a 6 of Swords. I felt for a second there, I don't want to give up on the right one coming along. I don't want to give up on somebody that I really want to be with. I don't want to be with just anybody. I want to be with somebody that I'm really attracted to. I want to be with somebody I can see a future with, and possibilities with. That's what they had shared in the beginning. I want to be with somebody that I do feel like it's an invitation of love, that they're inviting me into their life and I'm inviting them into mine. So I do feel like I have to get rid of kind of an old pattern in my head. This ice cold shoulder, not being available maybe. And when you look at the 5 of Swords, the 5 of Swords has a history. It's kind of like your present self. This is like your long ago self, and this is your kind of medium, in between self. And we're kind of constantly thinking about everything that we've been through and all the things that, we've experienced with that 5 of Swords. And sometimes we go in circles with it. We feel like we're in a pattern. We feel like it's part of us. But this feels like I have to break out of this kind of cold shoulder energy, stalemate energy, isolation, something like that. And I just have to change my feelings and my thoughts to believing that I still believe in hope. I still believe in passion. I still believe in moving forward, moving onward, kind of onward seal. Let's go, let's do this. We've got a lot to look at, and I feel like I'm just looking at 2 people that both have had experiences. You're not little kids. You're not teenagers coming into this connection. You are both people bringing in feelings into this connection. And I do feel like you're both standing your ground with, I'm not going to chase and I'm not going to settle. I want to say it that way. Spirit, please share with me. I have friendship. Okay, they're sharing with me what starts as friends. Okay, you could start out as friendship, and that could be just enough for both of you. And then you realize you have feelings for each other. I do have a sense that both of you are having a difficult time being in the whole dating game. So friendship would make sense to me. Like, hey, let's just spend some time together. Do you want to go out to eat? Do you want to grab a cup of coffee? Because I'm alone, you're alone. So that feels good. I do feel like we could friends to lovers, I'm going to say, that all of a sudden we have feelings for each other. So it's somebody new coming into your energy. It's not like you all of a sudden fall in love with your best friend that you've known for, 30 years. It's somebody that is new. They come into your life in a very friendly way. It could go either way. We stay as friends or we start to have feelings for each other. But I'm going with we start to have feelings with each other with this heart-to-heart conversation I'm feeling. I have basics. Talking about the basics, I like that. I like the feeling of groundedness I just got, that this is my life. This is kind of what I do. This is who I am. Those things are probably not going to change too much. I mean, I'm willing to make compromises and be flexible, but this is kind of the life I'm living now. So that is important to share. The expectations, I guess, are real. I have grief. So I have big feelings. So I'm going to say I have big feelings of grief. I've had big feelings of grief. That's something that has just become a part of me. So it could be a tremendous loss. It could be I lost my parents. I lost a child, God forbid. I lost my spouse. But, an unexpected grief, something like that, I would say, that it wasn't, I mean, every grief is unexpected, but some people, elderly, they lived a long life, and it's a blessing when they pass sometimes. But this feels like it was a very difficult grief, and it was unexpected. So I've had a really hard time with that stage in my life on one side or the other. Okay. But I do feel like I like to talk about things, is how they're saying. So this is somebody who's very open with their feelings. This is somebody who you feel like you're very comfortable with. You feel like, let's face it, your significant other becomes your best friend. It really does. You end up doing everything with that person. That's the person you enjoy being with more than anything. Typically, that's the person you have the most fun with. So, look at it from that point of view. You're my best friend, my lover, right? And my future, my life, just this feeling of I'm wrapping my whole heart and life around you. And they're doing the same. How beautiful. Let's see. I have a King of Wands, practicality and basics. Yeah, there's something about this connection that's very grounded and in the real world. Okay, it's living in the real world for whatever that means to you. It's not fantasy. It's not like pretend. It's living in today. I have the world. I am ready to start over. I am ready to move on. I can feel the energy shifting. I can feel the movement. I have a Fool. It's a new beginning. Absolutely. It comes in as some kind of friendship. It comes in, they're saying recovery after this period of recovery, this period of healing. They're giving you strength to try again. Your person, it is a little bit of let's take it slow friendship also, but that could be something that you guys agree upon, that's going to work for both of you, So either way, you're going to be on the same wavelength and same page because you're both going to want the same thing. But I did get a sense of, there's nothing preventing us from just taking it slow, going at our own pace, and enjoying this friendship. And as it turns into something more, we accept that. I have a Knight of Pentacles. I'm loyal. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. I have a Two of Pentacles. Options. I don't feel that this person is a player. I don't think you're a player. I don't feel like I'm even dating a lot of people. I do feel like the option is more practicality of what is realistic. Okay, so it would be something like I collect my husband's Social Security because he died early, so therefore maybe I'm not interested in getting remarried, so there's like reasons to be married and pros and cons. So if there was a reason, I feel like it could be connected to finances, health insurance, Social Security benefits, things like that. That maybe we discuss. There's a very practical energy around this, or those are things that you just think about for yourself, like you've already made the decision for a certain reason. The Queen of the Ocean. I have abundance. There's that beautiful gem. There is that beautiful feeling I had earlier that you're the gem. Okay, that the reason why this is starting is that they see the treasure chest. Okay, they see the treasure in you. They see, as they dig deeper into that treasure chest, they see everything that you have to offer. So that's always encouraging, is that somebody sees the real you. They see the value in you. They see that they would be lucky. That's how I always feel. They would be so lucky. King of Swords, ambition. Okay, I'll take ambition. This person could be very good at what they do. They could love their job. Okay, they're saying very generous. They're saying, so who's this generous king? You know, it's kind of like generous with their time, generous with helping you. I mean, in so many different ways is generosity. It's not just, they're not going to just pay your bills. It's, I'm here for you energy too. I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to listen. And I have a Six of Swords in reverse, which is interesting because for those of you that watch me all the time, I prefer to read upright. So it tells me that I don't want to move on from this connection. It tells me that I'd like to stay in this connection. It tells me that I feel comfortable and grounded in this connection. So I feel like you have just found your best friend, your lover. I loved the get ready for an invitation to love, an invitation of love, something like that. So it feels like somebody reaching out, like I said, do you want to do something with me? Do you want to go somewhere? I'm ready to tell you the truth and heal this connection. There's a lot of openness about this connection right from the beginning. I'm going to tell you what I've been through. I'm going to tell you who I am. I'm going to tell you what's going on in my life. I'm going to tell you my expectations. So there's a very strong baseline in this connection of who you are and who they are. So, and maybe that's where I'm feeling the friendship. That we're not teasing each other. We're not just trying to seduce each other, something along those lines. It feels very strong. All I want to do is see you happy, even if that means seeing you with someone else. If it doesn't work out, this is probably one of those connections that if it doesn't work out as us being lovers, then maybe we would always be friends. There are certain people that come into our life and we dated them for whatever reason, it didn't really work, but we stayed friends. It does happen. When I'm in love, I can be clingy. I hope that's not a turnoff. So they could be taking it slow because maybe they don't want to be too, I guess, attached. I mean, I don't know. They've been independent for a long time. So it's nice to have somebody, and sometimes in those early stages, it's a little bit, I just want more and more. It's like, eating a whole bunch of candy at Halloween, you come home with that big bag and you just want to eat it all. So there's a little bit of, I just want more and more. I'm super creative and I have a surprise for you. You're too good for me. I wonder what you see in me. So that feels a little insecure, but it also feels like I've just been so alone for so long. I just haven't found anybody. So I'm just kind of curious as to, why now? It's not so much about themselves. It could be like, why is God bringing me you now at this stage in my life? Like, what's different this time? Or why is this connection going to work over any other connection that I have, come across or had in my life? So it could be just kind of curiosity as to the meaning behind this connection. I love it when you make me chase you. Okay. I'm going to go with I dream about you every night. I think that I do lie awake thinking about you. I do, in a good way. Like as I said, why did you come into my life? Why is this connection important? Where are we going? What is the possibility of this connection? So I do feel like I spend quite a bit of time just kind of, I want to say more of a thinking about it as over analyzing it. But I definitely am curious as to why at this stage in my life, Spirit has brought us together. So Spirit will answer those questions for you. There's always a reason. There's no coincidence. So let's put this out into the universe. I have a feeling that this generous king is ready to start some kind of friendship that leads to so much more. It feels beautiful. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you for your comments, everybody. If you'd like to book a private reading, please visit my website. I'll put it in the description. My website is KathyMamolenPsychicMedium.com. We'll see you again real soon.